People think that a belief there is a secret society running things is some crazy conspiracy theory, when in reality I believe a secret society emerging to oppress people is actually the complete norm in this reality, and probably a complete norm for humanity. In fact, it's almost a natural status quo, where if it wasn't the doing it, it'll be the Gentiles doing it instead. Imagine a simple existence where we live in a village, we farm, we grow food forests, and it's just a tranquil, idyllic, family-oriented setting. Imagine it's just white people living together. The matrix we exist in now is not around. Now imagine you are born into this village, and maybe you happen to be slightly weak or lazy, and you're like, I don't want to plow the fields like everyone else. I have a god complex. I want to run things. You start fantasizing what a pleasure it would be if you could get all these people around you to work for you as slaves, while you sit around on your ass, enjoying riches and leisure. But you're just one person. With whose army are you going to conquer and enslave these people? Well, there is no army. Soon as you suggest such idea, people are going to turn against you, and you'll be a pariah. You're not going to collect goons in sufficient enough force to enslave your village just by asking them outright to help you do it. And if you do, the other villages will come to the rescue. But maybe you don't need an army. Maybe you just need to perform a really good con job. Maybe there is something you're good at. Maybe you grow the best tomatoes in the village and everyone wants to barter with you for your tomatoes. And that sort of elevates your status among the people. So now you start accruing a little bit of wealth because of your tomatoes. And your wealth might cause 2 or 3 people who also have sociopathic leanings to start cozying up to you because maybe they want some of that wealth you're making. So eventually, as you gain some friends, you start telling them that you have a secret formula for growing the best tomatoes, and if our group wants to continue making tons of money, or bartering for the best goods, and being highly regarded, we must exercise secrecy among the 3 of us. So now you've opened the door where the 3 of you are exercising secrecy because your status and wealth depend on it. And the people you have in your circle don't have to be friends. Maybe you have siblings, and this is a pact that is strictly something that your entire family creates. We're gonna exercise secrecy. We will be our own tribe, while only pretending as if we're still part of the village, when in fact we'll start exploiting the village. Our status and wealth depend on it. We can't go back to being commoners. So let's say one of the people in your company happens to be an attractive girl, and you sit there and think, how can we elevate our status even more so that the villagers hold us in even higher regard? So you think up a trick. Then you play the trick, and this trick you play is exactly the type of trick our Masonic governments play on us all over the world every day. You and the girl concoct a plot, a very simple plot. You go to another village or some place where you find a crazy homeless man, and you pay this homeless man to become an actor. Then the girl who is part of your gang goes into the woods, and she's in on the plot. The homeless man pretends to attack like he's about to rape her. This happens in the woods with no witnesses. And then you happen to be nearby. You hear the girl scream and you rush to rescue her. You take out your gun and you shoot the homeless man dead to save the girl. The homeless guy didn't know that was gonna happen. He thought he would get paid for pretending to attack this girl, not die for it. The villagers hear the gunshot and they come running, like, what's going on? The girl acts distraught. She claims she was attacked and almost raped, when in fact she was never in any danger. Then she claims that you saved her life. The villagers don't know this girl isn't really one of them. She's loyal to your secret circle instead. And all the villagers are suddenly in awe of you, lavishing praises on you. Wow, this man saved this girl from a rapist. What a wonderful person. The idiot who played the bad guy, he's dead. He can't refute any of this. So now your status is even more elevated. People try to reward you. They give you stuff, but you act humble and you say, "Oh, you don't need to thank me. I only did what was right." But you still accept the gifts. And the girl is benefiting too for playing along. She's sharing in the wealth. She's basking in the sympathy of others. So now, because you are so highly respected, you end up recruiting more people into your secret circle. And you make them abandon their old loyalties and become loyal to you. Maybe you cause them to do things that you can hold over their heads. So if they betray you, you'll reveal the dirty secrets, and they'll be in trouble too. And you keep thinking, how can I further dominate this village? Now, 1/3 of the people living in your village are inside your circle, and the other 2/3 of the village has no idea that these people aren't actually like them, but only pretend to be like them. So you think up of another false flag. This false flag will present to the villagers a narrative that the village is under attack by bandits. We make it look as if bandits, who are actually actors, are targeting the village, and they attack one of the houses of the people that are actually inside your secret society. They will appear to rob the person and then burn their house down and then run away into the woods. The so-called victim will play along with this because they want the secret society to gain power from this. The villagers will be shocked and terrified. They won't know the victim is acting and this is all a staged hoax. Oh my God, which one of us might be next? There are bad people out to get us and kill us all. So you go up on your soapbox and you tell them, you offer the villagers a deal. Why, it looks as if there are bad people from neighboring villages trying to harm us. I suggest we create a police force to keep us safe, and you all fund this police force by paying a tax to me. Otherwise, those bandits will return and harm more of us. The villagers are scared. There is no choice. It seems they must dedicate a few men and resources to create a police force that will protect the village. From this point on, you play more tricks and more illusions to create more problems until the police force becomes not a protector, but a force of tyranny, and the villagers look around and don't realize how they got to this point. Now they fear your cops as much as they fear the supposed bad guys. You can see how it can cascade from there, where life for the unwitting people that aren't in the secret society becomes total shit. Meanwhile, the secret society is vampirically sucking them dry. You can keep staging disasters, real ones or illusory ones, that cause the people to keep coming to you for help and making concessions to you. And to further solidify your secret society, you invent a god by which your secret society is supposedly ruled. That way all the members are not just answering to a mere mortal man who can easily be stabbed in the back, but instead they're all servants of an all-powerful god that is impossible to betray, a god that wants to oppress, or wants them to oppress those not in their circle. And make no mistake, you are not the god in this narrative. No, you're just a servant of that god as well. Wink, wink. Your secret society is to act toward the goal of world domination in the manner of a hive mind. So there are no specific leaders per se, but it's more like world domination is a religious fanaticism that is commanded by God. And this is what the tribe has done to the Goyim For thousands of years, this is how they've operated. Build 2 skyscrapers for no other reason than to later destroy them yourself. Yell that the country is under attack by outside forces. Have the idiot Goyim go fight phony wars for Israel as a result. So eventually all of Middle East can become Israel, because God has commanded so. And I think this is just the status quo of things in humanity. All you need is one psychopath to take up this formula, and the entire hell will repeat again, even if all the present tyrants are destroyed. And imagine this: once your secret society is powerful enough to a point where all positions of power are held by your people, and any traitor will be murdered, you can start using the Gematria code as a form of mockery toward those you oppress. And you can stage all this fake bullshit that you use to terrify those you oppress, to make them cling to you for protection, to make them feel that without you they will all die, that chaos is going to destroy them. You can stage all your tricks by the Gematria code to mock them. And they cling to you to escape chaos, when in reality you are the fucking chaos. And there would actually be peace in the world if your group of psychopaths could be violently removed instead of being appeased and clung to like a life preserver. And of course, your secret society has to control the media, and have it so the masses believe everything the media tells them. The larger your secret society, the harder it is for a single traitorous member to expose it. After all, where will he go for protection if all law enforcement is under the dominion of your secret society? He'll just look like a crazy person. You see, a dime-size leak in the hull of a rowboat poses a lot greater risk than a dime-sized leak on the hull of a container freight ship. So the point is, the bigger your secret society is, the more it controls, the more safe you are from 1 or 2 traitors ruining the whole thing.